shelter to my soul when I leave this world.
Welcome.
Come on in, everybody. Have a seat here, everybody. Front row.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. That was called The Homecoming.
I'd like to thank you all for coming, especially on a rainy day. On behalf of the Fremont Cultural Arts Council and also Old Mission San Jose. The Rickies aren't here, which is too bad because they really work hard to get all the venues for these performances. Kathleen over here in the corner helps out with Instagram. We have so many volunteers and so many people. And the entertainers, this is the 7th year that the Keatings have been performing. Nobody who's involved in Las Posadas gets paid anything. It's all kind of a Christmas card from the people who donate their time and energy and talent to all of you. And I would like to introduce, since I'm a little minion, I'm on the board, so that makes me important sometimes, but not today because we have the Queen herself, the president of the Fremont Theatrical. I'm sorry, not Fremont Theatrical. My own joke threw me off. Fremont Cultural Arts Council, Connie Chu.
Oh no, I'm just happy to be here, and it's nice to see a lot of you here. It's great.
We're delighted. From the first time a raindrop falls, you always wonder if you're going to be here very, very much alone. Let's see, anything else that I forgot? Oh, how many of you have never been to a Las Posadas before? Oh, actually, okay, fair number. All right, here's the deal. Okay. Now, you all know the story. Mary and Joseph spend all that time with Mary just about to give birth, going all the way from Nazareth to Bethlehem. It is a tough journey. Now, when they get there, in the Bible, the innkeeper says exactly what our innkeeper said, which is basically, go away. However, he relents and doesn't give them anything to eat, but lets them sleep in the stable. Well, in Central America, they came up with a better plan. So, the innkeeper not only invites them in, but he throws a party for them. He gives them food, he gives them drink, he gives them live entertainment. The food and drink come after the live entertainment, so you've got to stay, and you have to behave yourselves. But if you're good, I've got to tell you, Rosa over here is a fabulous cook. I look forward to your tamales. And over on the other side of the room, our innkeeper, Juan Carlos.
Hello. I'm really not that mean.
They've provided food for after the performance. So sit back, relax. I hope you enjoy it. This is Michael Keating and his daughters, Kathleen and Leah. And over in the corner, our videographer is Ray Allen. You are meeting the Keating family, and now I'm going to walk over to this side of the room. Don't anybody throw. As of this moment, it's their show. Take it away, Michael and girls.
All right. So, Nudie was kind enough to give us an introduction to the story of La Posada. But we're going to take you back a bit. We've already gotten to the end here. You're all in the end now. But we're going to take it back for our first song all together here. We're going to do a little trio for Pedida de la Posada, or The Search for an Inn. Those of us who are habitual walkers will know being a pedestrian leaves your mind open to contemplation. So she's going to wonder as she wanders. lovely sights around here. Palm trees with Christmas lights on them, maybe. But for our next piece, we will be doing a movement from the Nutcracker Suite, and of course, the Nutcracker being written by Tchaikovsky. He would have seen a lot more cold, snowy things, so this will be Scene in the Snowy Pine Forest.
Arrival of the Holy Child approaches, we start to see signs, including the bells in heaven all ringing, ding dong merrily on high. And a ding dong merrily on high. Okay.
Next up, we will be doing a traditional French carol, as she said there, called Il est né le divin enfant. In English, he is born, this holy child.
Well, thanks for giving it to me in English. I was lost.
It's important to always also say the title that is actually written on the page. Makes a difference.
Oh, that's what that means.
Okay, that's your handwriting, so me means you, and
Right.
you means me. Okay, ready? So, if you were off in the French countryside and you heard someone singing that, you might wonder to yourself, what child is that?
Graceful, very graceful.
And so, in just a moment, once we are all set, we will be asking that musical question. Okay. Does anyone happen to know what other name that song goes by?
Yes.
Call it back.
Green sleeves.
Indeed. And it is often attributed.
Kathleen's wearing an outfit with green sleeves.
Yes. So we dedicate that song to her. And now as she's switching instruments, she's going to answer for us all those questions about what child is this with Jesu Bambino.
Tuning.
Once she has tuned her instrument, because it's always better when it's tuned. the regular C flute, right, that she's been playing. Well, and before that she had an Irish flute. Irish flute.
Traditional.
Yeah, a wooden Irish flute, and then she played the standard C flute that you see in orchestras all over the bay. Anywhere you go, orchestras have that C flute. Well, sometimes flute players want to get together and not play with anybody else. And
We
then it
we
only
actually don't like other people.
yeah, and it would be kind of boring if all you had were the C flutes and those really, really shrieky high-pitched piccolos. So, you have slightly larger than C flute alto flutes, and then you have this beautiful bass flute, which is much lower, it has a much more deeper, more resonant sound, and therefore takes much longer to warm up, which is why I'm buying time for her.
Think we're okay. Be quiet.
I will stop.
You're a good sister.
Don't think we're on the same
No,
song.
we're not. Oh, one more. That would explain why I didn't understand your count off. Okay, let's try that again.
Did you like the sound or the different sound for this one? Actually, this one.
sister and my father will be playing a grand fantasia on the classic hymn, I Saw Three Ships.
A moment, please.
One of these days we'll write something down. And now, even though the song brings it up without either a fife or a drum, we will have Pat and Pan. Anybody know where this song is from? It says traditional, but I've forgotten. Is it Spanish?
I think I heard it in French first,
Yeah.
so I'll count it as French. I've heard it in other language, in English, but I think I heard it in French first.
He really wishes he were a harp player. I don't, because then we would have to sit here while he tuned every single string.
No, he does play a wonderful guitar on the piano.
And a pretty darn good harp on the piano. By special request. By special request. He has been accompanying us so very well. So we decided, you know what? Let's make him solo. And specifically,
So many of these pieces have been what's called an orchestra reduction, where you take all the parts of the orchestra and you combine them into one keyboard part. And so he's been trying to be all these voices of the orchestra for us all night long,
which is why he keeps thinking his harp.
But now he's going to bring you an entire village worth of voices.
Yeah.
Shall we pray? This is called Christmas Eve. It's done by, it was composed by Fer de Grofe, who you might have heard of as from the Grand Canyon Suite. So he made arrangements for so many things, including the famous Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. The arrangement you usually hear by band and, with piano is Fede Grofe. And so this is his visions of Christmas Eve. Join in singing a piece. This one is called The Gift, and it's about a girl who finds a bird laying in the street near a mission, and so we thought that it would be appropriate to have this piece tonight.
I will get that one there.
Sorry, I have to get my voice. Girl named Maria was walking to market one day. She stopped to rest by the roadside, where a bird with a broken wing lay. A few moments passed till she saw it, for its feathers were covered with sand. But soon clean and wrapped it was traveling in the warmth of Maria's small hand. She happily gave her last peso on a cage made of rushes and twine. She fed it loose corn from the market and watched it grow stronger with time.
Christmas Eve service was coming, and the church shone with tinsel and light, and all of the townsfolk brought presents to lay by the manger that night. There were diamonds and incense and perfumes in packages fit for a king, but for one ragged bird in a small cage, Maria had nothing to bring.
She waited till just before midnight, so no one could see her go in. And crying, she knelt by the manger, for her gift was unworthy of him. Now a voice spoke to her through the darkness.
Maria, what brings you to me? If the bird in the cage is your offering, then open the door, let me see.
Though she trembled, she did as he asked her, and out of the cage the bird flew, soaring up into the rafters on a wing that had healed good as new.
Just then the midnight bells rang out, and the little bird started to sing a song that no words could recount
Leah felt blessed just to listen to their cascade of notes sweet and long, as her offering was lifted to heaven by the very first nightingale song. And we have come to that point where we are going to ask you to join us in Silent Night.
You have the words on your song sheets, and if you don't remember the words and you forgot your glasses, don't worry about it, just go
Okay.
I'm going to play the first through on bass flute. If everyone would please join in when Leah starts on the French horn, that'll be verse 1.
Right, yeah, so the reason that
What did you do?
we're not having you sing right away is the bass flute is very, very quiet. And so it's perfect for a silent I'm wondering if we could have a little less light. Maybe have the fluorescents off.
That's
See, I'll do it. Keep plenty. Okay.
Yes, this is much
Thank
more
you.
romantic.